Where would you say James Cook lands on your fantasy kind of drafting? Just regular standard PBR.
I think he's probably gonna end up, depending on how deep your league is, he's probably gonna end up being a lot of teams running back one, believe it or not. I think in shorter leagues, I think he'll probably end up being a running back two with running back one upside. The thing with James Cook is that obviously you have big like running backs that are going to have a lot higher production, such as Saquon Barkley or Christian McCaffrey, and so a lot of them are going to be your solidified running back ones. But I think with from my understanding, from what I see with James Cook, I think he is probably a running back two slot, but he has a lot of upside for a running back one position. And in most PPR leagues, he's probably going to end up being a running back one, just depending on the schemes and such you go. Because imagine you're in a 12-person league. There's no way that there are a lot of probably it's going to be like at least 5 people in your PPR league are probably going to go and draft a running back, which will knock off the top 5 running backs. And James Cook probably falls within the top 10. So he's probably, if somebody doesn't get like back-to-back picks, like a 12 and 13 and drafts 2 running backs, I imagine James Cook would probably end up being somebody's running back number 1. So worth noting, especially since drafts are coming up and such, and he's on a heavy offensive production team. So it's one thing whenever you're looking at like a Travis Etienne or something, and in a not as productive offense, when you look at the Bills, it's very productive. So but I mean, you're definitely not a heavy hitter, but I think his position rank last year finished in like 5 or 6. Maybe 8 at the lowest I saw him at. So he had a very high production last year. So I imagine he'll probably finish somewhere in that range again, somewhere in the top 10.
Do we have any concerns about Ray Davis coming in and maybe stealing some snaps? They used James Cook a lot last year. I think I read he was on the field for 45% of snaps last season. So
I think Ray Davis would be more of a stash for dynasty leagues, just because I think with Ray Davis, he would be one of those players that if James Cook did go down, I mean, I believe, I don't know if it was last season. It might have been last season. I think it was, there was a season where James Cook went down and a couple of guys went in to replace him. And that's when they actually use other running backs. I don't really expect Ray Davis to really steal too much thunder from James Cook. James Cook is the guy. Ray Davis will go out for plays, of course, but I don't think he's going to be some David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs connection like they have over in Detroit, or maybe even in LA when we see what happens with Najee and Hampton. So I think it'll be worth noting to stash Davis on your bench in the event that Cook gets hurt or for some reason in like 2 years gets traded. But I don't think it's anything of a concern.
Okay, well, there you have it. Let us know what you think about the James Cook extension down below. Are you going to be drafting him in fantasy? He's going to be one of your targets. Let us know down below. I know I'm going to be targeting him. So
yeah, I probably will too. I've got some drafts I got to set after our show today, so I got to figure out when we're going to be drafting.